Hey everybody, Ham here. It's pretty shiny and bright out today, but yay, sun! It rained a lot last night, so the humidity is pretty much gone. I mean, it's light, I think just because it's moist out. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm not really sure the direction I'm going to take this one. Kind of wanted to place it with like patience, but also like positive thinking, and how far that could actually take you. So like, think about in life, times where you, times where you felt you just needed to like overly apologize for something, or your first instinct was to say I'm sorry, like, oh, I'm sorry, for the simplest little things, right? We all do it. You bump into somebody, I'm sorry, but you know, you should, but you drop a napkin on the floor, oh wait, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just trying to think, like, petty things that we say I'm sorry for. We forgot to put the cap on the toothpaste, or you know, just thinking your life like pet. I'm trying to think of examples. I guess I should have planned this out a little better, but I like to do these things when I have them on my mind. Petty little things that we might say we're sorry for, when you really don't have to overly apologize for everything. I feel like when you start to overly apologize, it starts to put you in this negative mind space where it's like it's like a victim's mind space where you're like almost blaming yourself and putting yourself at this like lull on an everyday basis in every situation, where your first instinct is, oh, I'm sorry. Like an example, your friends invite you over for tea and crumpets, or you're going to like a birthday party, or for whatever the case may be, and you walk in and you say, oh, sorry, I'm late. How can we put a more positive spin on that, so that we're not putting ourselves down, that we're not making everybody look at us like, yeah, no, you know what, you should be sorry. Like, it's just like a natural reaction to feel that way, right? So what about, instead of saying like, oh, sorry, I'm late, we walked into a room and we said, oh, thank you so much for waiting for me. See how that's a little bit different? So you're turning it into a positive experience. You're not blaming yourself for something really petty. And you're thanking the person for their time and maybe wasting some time, or whatever the case may be. And it's just like a healthier frame of mind altogether, especially people who have been in abusive situations. You know, our first instinct is to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry, for like nothing. Like, oh, you ate my strawberry yogurt, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, how about, I don't know, like what could be another way to say that? I used to have like a list of ways to like rephrase things so that they sounded a little bit more positive. But basically that's where I'm headed. Like, in life in general, our first instinct, like my kid does it all the time. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you mad? I'm sorry. It's like, no, relax. Like, no, you're not in trouble. Everyone thinks they're in trouble. Maybe we all just have really guilty consciences. What did we do last night, right? And then with that, you know, and it's also like a knee-jerk reaction. So like, so with that, like, learning to just keep a positive mindset and like put a positive spin on like simple situations. You know, you spilt the milk. Okay, that's fine. I didn't need the calories. Let's have water instead and just clean it up. Another thing is like, that comes along with that, is just like patience. I say that all the time in my videos, like, things take time and things need time. So like, I just saw this quote, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. So, you know, you have to like that really hit me hard, like put everything in your life into perspective. Like, I've been waiting for my hair to grow. It goes on and off throughout my life. You know, I deal with a thyroid condition. And I've been reading more about vitamin D consumption through the sun. I've been watching this Homesteader Family on YouTube. And I think that's why some people stop being consistent, myself included, is when you don't see things happening right away. You tend to just get bored or frustrated, and you tend to just stop doing what you're doing. But if you actually look at things from start to finish, just like a scientist, like when we used to do those little things in school, we have a hypothesis, then there's a method to it, and then eventually there's a result. And this is in the first video I made about the process and how kids think that way. Enjoy each step. Same thing which I say about jiu-jitsu. It takes forever to advance in that particular sport, and most sports. So like my one example, my first video was like baking cookies or baking a cake. First you measure the ingredients. Enjoy that part. Take your time. Don't rush to think about the finished product because you want to eat that cake. We get bored. Life speeds by, and this is why we're always on our phones, our tablets, TV. Oh goodness, what is falling? Is that pollen or rain? Oh, the leaves are shaking and water's falling. It looks like it was raining. It's kind of cute. So floaty, flighty. Always lose my train of thought. So yeah, so if we just slow down, that's like, and like that's how it ties into the whole I'm sorry thing. Like it's a knee-jerk reaction. I'm sorry. Slow down. You walk into a room. Thank you so much for waiting for me. Not only are you thanking that person for their time, you're not putting this negative, like putting yourself down, putting this negative spin onto something that doesn't need to be. It's not like, it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a thought I had. I know this is kind of a simple video. But just that age-old saying, think before you talk, which is something I'm notorious for not always doing, especially with these videos. I think it's like when I have a minute of time, when I'm not like being bothered, where I don't have to be like a mom for like a half a minute. I can just like sit down and try to get this done. Again, patience, right? But I don't know, celebrate your like inconsistencies and your flaws. Address them and slow down this idea is like everything needs to be fixed right away. Why do you think monks are so happy and live so long? You know what I mean? Like they'll slowly like wash a pot for like an hour and just enjoy it and find the joy in that, or whatever it may be. That's just, you know, silly example, but I don't know. I mean, I do it to myself. We have so much on our mind, and like in the day of the internet, I blame the internet so much for the way we live today and how crappy our lives have become, and how much we have to pacify ourselves. You know, America, full of cancer, and we need our little pacifiers to get through the day. But I understand, they work us to the bone. Those of us who are a little bit younger, I don't blame you if you don't have a job. I don't blame you if you don't have a house yet. Like, this generation got screwed. My dad talks about all the time how he just like fell into a job, started making money, was able to afford a house in his 20s, which cost $46,000. Like, come on. And then inflation. Like, there's no way to make fun of people or talk down about people who are younger in this day and age, because y'all ruined it for us. And it's not your fault either. It's just the way the world changed, an economy, and now the population's bigger and all that beautiful stuff. So anyway, you don't have the career you want, you know, things don't go away. You just have to restart, you know. You didn't have to have that perfect life by 30. Things happen at any time in life. You just dust yourself off and try again. People start careers, start families. It'll come when it's right for you. So slow down, learn to put positive twists on the things that you say. You know, I had a bunch of examples, but Mama messed up. It's all right. Still a cute video. I wanted to sit out on my porch anyway, so. I like a porch. I mean a stoop. I like a stoop. Maybe with like a little bit of a covering. But if I'm outside, I want to be outside. I don't want to be under an awning. I'm like a big, like I don't like front porches. Like they look cool, but when I think about it, they're like junk collectors. And you might as well just be inside. I'd rather like, if I, like even in like a back patio, I don't want an awning. I want like a back patio. Maybe have like an umbrella just in case, but like, otherwise they'll just stay in. I don't know. I like a little shade, but gotta get that vitamin D. All right, y'all. I hope this resonated in some way with y'all. I don't know how much information I really gave, but I don't know. I just felt like making a sweet little video. Slow down. The day you plant that seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Thank you for waiting for me instead of, I'm sorry I'm late. You know, all that good stuff, okay? Bye. You look so good today. Thank you for coming to see me. I was so glad that you were here, and you look great. And your skin looks really nice today. Wow. You're glowing. Really nice. Good job. Keep up the good work. Bye.